So we have to discuss about the make utility of a Linux, or we are talking about the make files in Linux, which is uh, which is a very simple and organizes code compilation very simple, and very easily we can able to use it using a simple command make make, right? So it's having the ability to compile any number of programs all together using a single command. And this is to automate the compilation of multi-module C projects, and it also reducing the error. For that, we need first of all to keep all the C source files in a single folder. That is the section underscore C here we have taken, and we have considered here a very small project of addition of two numbers and subtraction of two numbers. And for that, we are use first of all, we are like to explain about add.c file. That is one of the source file we have with us. Here we are just taking two variables a and b, and we are adding them, and we're returning its value. And in the on the top, we are just declaring its header file, that is add.h, right? So this is one of the way, and rest of all the programs are going to be saved in the same folder, that is section underscore c. In the same way, we have a add.h, which simply tells that these are the that add function is going to be used in this project, and it is having two variables, right? So in the same thing, we are having the main.c program with us, which is containing one header file, standard input output file, because we are using printf and scanf. And it is also we have to include both the header files, that is add.h and subtract.h, and then we are just initializing two variables here, x and y, as 10 and 5, and then we are adding the two numbers using the add function and subtracting two numbers using the function subtract, right? So in this way, we are simply calling the two functions add.c and subtract.c in the main source file that is going to be used here. Then the main thing comes in the make file, where each and every line is having some its importance. For example, in the very first, we are talking about the compiler. We are just telling that this is the GCC compiler we are using, and we are having the compiler flags which are enabling all the warnings. Then after that, we are talking about the target program. We are talking about the object files, that main.o, add.c, and subtract.o. All the object file will be compiled as a single variable, that is obj. Then after that, we're having a default rule, which is actually all colon target. So whenever we will use the command make, it will automatically build the program, program, and it will give all the compiled files, and it will joins all the object files after linking step, and it will create a final executable file, which is a program. So for the compilation rule, each C program, each C file becomes object file, whether it may be a main.c, or it may be add.c, or it may be a subtract.c. So all will be becoming object files. So and also one important rule, that is a clean rule, which is simply very important for us to write, and it simply deletes all the object files and executable programs that going to be happening. So whenever we are working in this very way, we have to recompile only that file which we have made some changes. For example, here, if I have just made the changes on add.c, I have to recompile only add file, not the subtract file, right? So this is a very beautiful advantage we have with us, that whatever changes are being done, we have to compile only that. Now for the main part, whenever we have to execute the files via terminal, we have to first of all we have to ensure that make file should have all these things or all the syntax ready. And then we have to come to the terminal part. At the terminal part, we have to first of all ensure that we have to be in that particular folder where all the source files are stored, right? So we are at section underscore ski where all the files are stored. So after reaching at section underscore C, we have to simply write make command, which simply execute all the modules that we have with us using the GCC compiler, which is installed in our machine. And we are able to execute all the files, all the source files. And after that, we got a program. In a program, we have a final executable files with us. So that could be easily, we got the result by dot slash program, and we could able to see the result, and that is addition 15 and subtraction 5, right? So the final executable file is created after running, and we are able to see the results, right? So this is the way how we are able to execute our multiple program. It could be any number, and very easily we can use these things to make our compilation and software making